Morning, Rabotai. Ariv Shabbat Shalom. There's a famous rule when it comes to brachot that a person is not allowed to be mafsik. You're not allowed to interrupt between saying a bracha on a mitzvah and performing that mitzvah. For instance, if a person makes a bracha on any given food, let's say hamotzi or whatever it is, and you speak random words that don't have to do with the bread, the bracha is considered bracha levatala, and you haven't been yotzei, you haven't fulfilled the obligation of saying the bracha. You have to repeat it before eating the food or performing the mitzvah. That is the general rule. Now, in terms of getting an aliyah Torah, by Birkot Torah, when a person gets an aliyah Torah, there are brachot before and after the reading of that Torah portion. Sometimes people have a minhag to say certain psukim before they start the aliyah. For instance, they say, Hashem imachem, and the Kal answers, Yivarechecha Hashem, they say, Rabbanan Baruch. That's all fine, because you haven't yet begun the brachot on the Torah. The issue becomes, after you said the first bracha and read the Torah portion, at the end, there's another bracha. There's another bracha of Asher Natan Lanu. Sometimes people have a minhag before, after the aliyah is finished and before they start the end bracha, they say, Emet, Torateinu, Hakedosha, Baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu haolam. Is that considered a hefsek? Because now, just like you can't finish, just like you can't interrupt between the beginning of the bracha in the beginning and the mitzvah, also at the end. So is that mutar or not? Be'emet, Rabbeinu Chaim Palachi writes meforash that saying Emet Torateinu Hakedosha is considered a hefsek, and one's not allowed to say that because it interrupts between the aliyah, which is the mitzvah, and the bracha afterwards. Nevertheless, Maran Zichron Bracha in Yabia Omer Chelek Aleph has a long tshuva discussing this thing. He brings a few different reasons why it should be okay. First of all, he writes that at least in the beginning, you weren't mafsik between the beginning of the mitzvah and the bracha in the beginning. Over here, it's only at the end. Plus, you're not saying random words. You're saying something that is somewhat related to what you just did, Emet Torateinu Hakedosha, which is referencing the portion of the Torah that you just read. And therefore, Halacha Ma'aseh, Maran Zichron Bracha writes in Yabia Omer that it's preferable to avoid saying Emet Torateinu Hakedosha wherever possible. However, in places where that's the minhag, or if a person wants to, says it's not the worst thing in the world, according to the letter of the law, it's not considered a hefsek, and you would be able to answer Amen to the end bracha. It's not considered a bracha levatala, as in other cases of hefsek. So that is the din with regards to this. Don't forget this evening, Be'ezrat Hashem, Mincha Kabbalat Shabbat and Arvit is at 4:20. Shabbat Shalom.